Am I the asshole for telling my mom I'm not gonna be her second choice just because my brother died? Me, 23M, and my mom don't have the best relationship. My parents broke up when I was 2. My mom was trying to do college, so I was mostly with my dad and she'd have me every weekend. When I was 6 she got married and then a year later had my half-brother, Tommy. After that she was canceling our meetups or days I go over there because she was busy. Missing out on school stuff and then birthdays. I barely saw her after that and her reason always was being busy with my half-bro. I never even met him. Like at all. I could also tell when I was around her husband didn't like me. He was always serious around me and never actually spoke to me. Years went on and it just went to total no talking at all. My dad got married to my stepmom when I was 10 and she's really great. So 9 months ago I heard from my grandparents on Facebook that Tommy passed. IDK the full details, all I know it was some accident and he had serious injuries. Thought about reaching out to my mom but it felt weird since we haven't talked in years. She ended up the one messaging me. First telling me about what happened to Tommy and then apologizing for not keeping contact with me for years. Pretty much she wants to meet and for us to have a relationship again. It just felt off to me that she's doing it only now after Tommy passed. I know some of you are gonna say losing him maybe made her realize she was a shit mom to me, but still. If this hadn't happened then it's like she never would have reached out and wouldn't be trying. I told her this too and I'm not interested in us having anything ATM. This made her push even more that we need to do this and it just seemed like she was not gonna let this go. So I said I'm sorry for what happened to him but I'm not gonna be her second choice. And she can't expect me to want her back in just because she lost one child and decided she'll go back to the other. Maybe in the future if I feel differently but not right now. My mom hasn't left me alone and when last time I talked to my grandparents they gave me shit about what I told her and I shouldn't have said that to her after she's lost her son. So I'm not sure if what I said was too harsh. Saying I'm not interested in her right now just because my brother's not around anymore and it's like I'm just her only option now. It's just how I feel since she dropped out of my life once she had another family. Was I an asshole? Not the asshole in the slightest emo, this shouldn't be a question in your head man, don't feel bad about not wanting a relationship, she ditched you for her other son and now only wants you now that he's gone. Fuck off. This is harsh but that's karma. Completely up to you but she doesn't deserve you pal. Not the asshole, and your grandparents are also the asshole if they've watched this situation unfold over years and only now decided to intervene. Even if she's genuinely regretting the past, that's her problem because it was entirely her actions that put her in this place now. You aren't an emotional support animal that she can pick up when she needs it. It's very reasonable you don't want to be subbed in for Tommy when you were already swapped for him once. She's going to need to demonstrate that she wants to get to know you as a person, not a substitute son. And she's got a lot of explaining to do. She made you a stranger. She doesn't get to call on strangers for help. My son died, but wait, I got a spare, don't I? Not the asshole. What you said was harsh, and probably not the best way to go about it, but she was pushing for a relationship that you're not interested in. She has been an absentee parent for 17 years now if I'm reading this correctly? If a relationship is started again at that point, it has to be on your terms, not hers, and it does not seem like she is respecting that. Keep in mind that she fucked up her relationship with you. So, not the asshole. Your mother needs to respect your choices. Not the asshole, despite what some family members tell you, you don't owe this woman anything. She made the choice to forego a relationship with you every weekend for years, why should you be expected to do something different? Good luck op. After she lost her son, she traded one son for another and now decides to talk to you after his death? Not the asshole. She doesn't get to walk in and out of your life like that. She wouldn't have reached out if Tommy hadn't died and everyone knows that. As far as she can be concerned with, she lost both of her sons, and she can stew in that thought. Not the asshole at the age of 6 your mother proved you were disposable to her. It's a two-way street, you don't owe her anything. A more sympathetic person might suggest it took the death of your brother for her to realize how much she had neglected you. However, even if that is true, she deserves to live with these regrets for now. She lost one son years ago and she didn't care enough to realize it. Not the asshole. Your mother recently lost her son, but you effectively lost your mother about 17 years ago. She made her choice and reaffirmed it over the years by ignoring you. Do not let anyone guilt trip you into a relationship in which you are not interested. If you feel the need to block her, then do so guilt-free. She lost a son that day to an accident. She made you lose a mother on purpose years ago. Not the asshole. You deserved so much better. The fact that you didn't even know your brother is really a testament to how far your mother pushed you out of her life. You do not owe her anything. Not the asshole. Not the asshole. You told her some hard truths she has been trying to ignore. You have every right to maintain your boundaries. The heir and the spare. Not the asshole mate. Sounds like your stepmom is overdue for a call and a virtual hug. Not the asshole, in my opinion, but I may be biased. I don't think you should have to be forced into a relationship with someone who didn't want one with you. Even if she is your mother. Nothing hurts more as a child than feeling unwanted by your parents. I've been forcing a relationship with my mom for years now. I recently stopped talking to her because I just couldn't deal with being so fake. If you don't feel comfortable, it's not worth it. Not the asshole. Her efforts are way past late. She wasn't a good mother and now she's facing the consequences. Not the asshole. She treated you like a spare and you shouldn't stand for it. Yeah, not the asshole. My husband's dad also puts his new family ahead of my husband. Wouldn't make him any less of an asshole if he lost his new family and wanted to actually spend time with my husband as a result. Wouldn't make my husband an asshole if he wanted nothing to do with it. Doesn't make you an asshole now. Not the asshole. She lost a son a long time ago. Tommy's death showed her what it's like to do that again. Profoundly not the asshole. If for some reason you should ever decide you want to have a sit down with her, which you absolutely do not owe her, consider doing it in a therapist's office. She abandoned you. It's insanely bizarre you never met your half-brother. Not the asshole. Honestly, I can relate cause my mom was a heroin addict and we had a situation like this where she reached out to start seeing me again after years of no contact. You have every right to not let someone toxic back in your life. And honestly, fuck the grandparents for giving you shit about what you said to her. I hardly doubt they said anything to her about not seeing you for all those years. Also, sounds like you already have a mom in your life, might not be the one that birthed you, but sharing DNA isn't as important as an actual relationship. Not the asshole. Just make sure you've settled your piece with how you feel about her. Life is too short for regrets, and as much as it's a shitty reason, this is one of those catalyst points that has potential to be an if-had only regret moment later. Not the asshole. The only reason a person needs to not have a relationship with another adult, whether an acquaintance or your own family, is I don't want to, and nothing more. She pushed your boundaries and unfortunately wouldn't listen until you had to be blunt. And don't feel guilty. Instead of thinking of it as I'm making her sad by staying NC with her, think of it as I'm forming the best environment to keep myself happy and thus making myself into a positive experience for the people I care about. Hugging face. Not the asshole. Your mom is treating you like a replacement goldfish after neglecting you in favor of her new family for pretty much your entire life. You don't owe her anything. Besides, it sounds as if your stepmom is already a pretty great mom. You don't need to. Not the asshole. Your grandparents didn't seem to care when you basically lost your mother when she chose your step-brother over you, so as you say, why be someone's second choice? Not the asshole. NTA, send her a cease and desist letter to clear up any illusions in her head and go no contact with the enabling grandparents. Keep them all out of your life and that of any future kids cause they are clearly not for you. I have had a similar issue in that no sibling is dead, but my estranged parent suddenly has been harassing everyone around me to get to me now that his fortune has changed. When the days were good, he and his family would go to luxury resorts in other countries for vacations while I literally was starving. But now in the pandemic they are looking for alms after never doing a thing for me. Not the asshole, and excuse the harshness, but she already lost one son before Tommy died, except that was entirely her fault. You keep doing what you need to. No, sweetheart, you did not deserve to be treated so badly. This makes me so mad. I can't have kids and it pisses me off when parents basically dump their kids. You have no reason to trust her. You have a good dad and a mum figure who has loved and cared for you for 13 years. You have your parents, you don't need an extra. Not the asshole at all. She chose not to be your parent, you can choose not to be her daughter. It's the parent's responsibility to forgive the mistakes of the child, not the other way around. Her rejection of you as a young child would have impacted you in serious ways, and until she can fully grasp the implications of what she did and accept responsibility and find a way to earn your forgiveness, you have no obligation to talk to her. If and when you are ready you can reach out, but for now be polite and keep telling her that right now you are not interested in a relationship, and being a bit snarky, use her line that you just don't have time. Block her everywhere. You owe her nothing. Not the asshole, and stand your ground. Your stepmother is more of a mother than she is. My bio father never bothered my stepdad as my dad. He's supported me and loved me and has earned that place. When my bio father died, I didn't feel anything. He made himself a stranger, just like your egg donor. Not the asshole. She lost her first child when she abandoned you, and now she lost her other child. Not your fault. Some people might say that your words were hurtful, but what should you say to the stranger that this woman is? By the way, it sounded fairly polite to me. You acknowledged her loss, did not yell, and told her why you did not want contact. Not the asshole. My mother abandoned my family when I was about 3.5 and was in and out of my life until I was 19 and went full no contact for almost a decade. I have recently decided to try to have a relationship with her again, and it's gone well, but only because she understands how badly she screwed us up, has admitted to it and apologized genuinely, and doesn't expect the past to get shot under the rug. When she apologized, she didn't do it to get my forgiveness, she did it because she needed to. She's also respected all my boundaries without argument. You deserve no less than this, and don't let anyone force this on you when you clearly don't want it. Not the asshole. I'm glad you are standing up for yourself. Not the asshole. You are allowed to decide whether you have a relationship with her, and I wouldn't listen to anyone who tries to guilt you about it. What I do note is that your mother continues to be selfish. She hasn't respected your needs since the beginning. And now that her son is gone, she still isn't respecting your needs. If she truly cared about your feelings, she'd understand and respect your decision. Not the asshole. You feel how you feel with good justification and you're acting on those feelings. Perhaps in the future it will be different, for now, it is what it is. Not the asshole. Both her and your grandparents are the asshole here. She abandoned you and chose to stay away and play happy families with her golden child youngest son. After losing him and not having a relationship with you in 14+ years, she can try all she wants but needs to accept that what you said wasn't harsh and cruel but the truth, and we all know that the truth hurts. You have every right to ignore her. I'm gonna say not the asshole here, but keep in mind your mother did just lose her son. Instead of seeing this as, oh, I've got another son, I'll just hit him up instead, there is the chance she has realized how valuable time with her kids really is. I don't blame her for reaching out, but I also don't blame you for rejecting her. You're in a tricky spot, I hope it works out. There's two possibilities here. One is that yes, she's basically trying to replace Tommy with you. The other is that losing him was a wake-up call that she or you could die at any time without having really known each other. I don't think the asses on this sub have any way of knowing which, but the second meaning either could die at any time is absolutely true, and you should examine how you'd feel if she died tomorrow before you tell her no. Because she could. Not the asshole. She lost one son years before she lost her other son, due to her own decisions and behavior. Not the asshole. She may have lost a son, but you lost a mother a long time ago. Not the asshole. You should ask your grandparents why they never pushed your mother to not abandon you. You were not harsh at all. Nor are you You were firstborn, but second choice. Your mom wants to be a mom to the second choice, and I feel like your brother's ghost will haunt your relationship with your mother should you pursue it. Either she'll compare you to him or mold you into being him. Do what is best for you. Not the asshole. You have no obligation to resume a relationship with someone just because they want you to. She hurt you badly for decades and you're right, if Tommy was still alive there is absolutely no indication she'd be contacting you at all. Not the asshole, what you said was true. Do what feels healthy for you. Not the asshole. The telling comment was from your grandparents when they told you, I shouldn't have said that to her after she's lost her son. It wasn't that she lost one of her sons or her youngest son. It was that she lost her son. You are also her son but they act like you don't count. Maybe someday if she wants to do family counseling or something, then maybe it might be a cool idea. Otherwise, what kind of reaction would she expect after dumping you all those years ago? Not the asshole. The truth hurts and it's not your fault your mom can't handle it. She abandoned you a long time ago, she doesn't deserve a relationship with you if you don't want one. She may have lost a son, and that's sad, but you lost a mother. You are right that she shouldn't get to waltz back in now not the asshole. Ask your mom if she would be reaching out if Tommy lived. Ask your mom what would happen if you let her back in and she later got pregnant with another son. Then tell her you chose to not have a relationship with me and that was okay according to everyone. But when I choose to not have a relationship with you that's not okay? Then as her, did you even apologize? Do you even feel bad about abandoning a child? You think I'm being harsh but goddamn woman you threw me away like cheap underwear. You are not the asshole in any way shape or form. You owe her and her family nothing. She doesn't just get to push you away and forget about you and come back when she feels like it. You are a human being with feelings not a toy. What she has done to you is disgusting. Please don't be pressured into having a relationship with her. Honestly I'd consider going no contact with your maternal grandparents as well because they won't drop this hence they don't give a woot about your feelings at all and they won't respect your no I guarantee it.